Hey everyone, it's Drew here from Talking Tech, coming back with another video here on Ian's channel while he's away. Wanted to bring you my overall review of the OnePlus 9 Pro. Having used it now for a few days, I feel like I'm in the position now where I can kind of give you my overall thoughts and opinions on this device, especially having used all of the other previous generation OnePlus devices. I do have to say this one though, probably the most unique. It's kind of interesting. Typically OnePlus has that never settle mantra, but not too sure on that one, on this one. But we'll get to that a little bit later. But overall, the build, overall fit and finish is pretty good. I like the matte pine green color. I like that we still have that mute switch there on the side. And overall, the build, again, just feels really nice in hand. All the buttons, again, are clicky. SIM down there, your charging port, and your speakers there at the bottom. We'll talk about the fast charging later. Overall, though, in the hand, it does feel really solid. It's really light. I was actually kind of shocked right out of the box at how light it is. You don't have much of a camera bump there, but I will say it does get crazy hot around that area of the camera bump there right on the back. And I mean crazy hot to the point that I actually just had to shut it down. And twice it actually reset on its own. So I'm not sure if others are having issues with overheating, but this one for sure gets very hot around the camera. Here we can see that Hasselblad partnership. Now, I'm not going to go into too much detail around the photos. If you want to check out my photo comparison of this device to the OnePlus Nord and the iPhone 12 Pro, definitely check that video out as well on Ian's channel. But overall, I'd have to say I think the marketing behind this is really just that. I don't think the Hasselblad partnership really brings anything to the table as far as the camera goes. I wasn't really pleased with the shutter lag. It's gotten better, I would say, after I updated out of the box. There's been like 4 updates already for this device, but the shutter lag was very frustrating, especially when taking photos of my kids. And then not only that, with the camera, the photos would always be very blurry if there's anything moving in the shot. So really just not thrilled with the camera performance of the OnePlus 9 Pro, and I wouldn't recommend the phone from the camera standpoint. Again, that Hasselblad marketing is simply that. Take it with a grain of salt. It's just marketing. The selfie camera is actually still using an old sensor, so the photos there were not that great. If you go back a few generations of selfie photos, with the OnePlus devices, you're going to get the same experience out of the OnePlus 9 Pro. So not really excited to see that, especially considering the price point of this device, but we'll get to the price point a little bit later as well. The fingerprint reader, it's still really odd that they put it all the way down there at the bottom and they shifted it quite a bit. I wish I had the other devices to compare it to because it did shift a lot. And this is a tall device, so wielding it in the hand, you're having to kind of adjust in order to easily get that fingerprint scanner. Now, it is fast and it is fluid, so no issues there, but it is really frustrating, especially using something like the Nord that's $299. Having that rear fingerprint scanner is awesome. Now, one thing we know for sure is OnePlus certainly delivers very fast, smooth devices. The performance here is excellent right out of the box. No issues with performance, multitasking, playing games, watching content, anything like that. The OnePlus 9 Pro handles like a champ. And what's interesting is it actually did not overheat when I would play games, but it overheats when I had video rolling or had the camera open for far too long. So again, going back to that overheating, it's very odd as far as when it actually overheats. So just want to note that again. I just find it very odd that playing games or anything else, I didn't have issues. It was primarily using video or the camera where the device got crazy hot. Going back to performance in gaming though, very smooth, playing really any games. I'm not a huge mobile gamer, but playing any games quickly in my pastime, I did notice that it, again, very fast, no issues with performance, stayed cool throughout gaming, which again, very strange considering the other overheating that I've noticed. But I will say the gameplay was a lot of fun. The display is very immersive. It doesn't get crazy bright like the S21 Ultra, so you're going to have a dimmer display than something that Samsung's offering right now with their top tier device that is actually cheaper in most cases than the OnePlus 9 Pro. Again, getting to that price later on, but as far as gaming, if you're looking for a really solid gaming experience, I think OnePlus certainly still delivers that. Playing other really graphic intensive games, there's no lag, no issues with the performance again. And and then multitasking between multiple games or multitasking between several apps while gaming, no issues, no hiccups, no stutters. It performs very well. I will say though, the battery did drain a ton when gaming. I mean, I'm probably averaging anywhere from 4 to 5 hours of on-screen time, just with normal usage and throwing a few games in there. So kind of interesting to see the battery performance so far. Again, hopefully updates will help that as well. But gaming or watching content, while crispy and a great experience, I do have to stress it is going to drain the battery on this thing quite heavily. So again, content looks very clean. Even with the hole punch camera there, you don't notice it. The sides of the device actually only curved slightly, so it's not like the 8 series of the OnePlus devices where you kind of had that heavy curve. So it was really nice using that in the hand. Now I do want to state just real quick, don't forget to go and subscribe to our man Ian over on Ian's Tech here on his channel. Check out all of his content while he's gone. He should be back hopefully here in the next few weeks, so definitely stay tuned, subscribe. Thank you again, Ian, for letting me hop on here and throw some content on your channel. Back to the OnePlus 9 Pro. So again, just really want to stress around the battery and charging. So while you do get the 65-watt charger in the box, which is nice because we're not getting these charging bricks with other devices, OnePlus having this in the box is very nice. Connecting it real quick, plugging it into the phone, 29% currently. Estimated 30 minutes to 100, and it did charge very quickly, which was nice to see. But again, it's just crazy how poor the battery performance has been and how inconsistent so far it's been. So I'm just hoping that it gets better over time, but with it overheating as well, it definitely has me concerned that the battery draining extensively, especially with the video camera open, or just how hot it got. It just really blew my mind that maybe that's why the battery, again, is having issues and struggling, because at the top of the device you can definitely feel how hot it gets around that area, and the rest of the device stays cool, but the top is certainly too warm to touch when using that video camera. Still, again, not sure why it doesn't happen with gaming or other activities, but I just really have to stress that because it gets uncomfortably hot. Not even Note 7 hot. I was a little bit worried a few times trying to shoot some video with this device just at how hot it was getting. And I don't know if there's other reports or other people seeing that, but again, want to heavily note that here for you. If you're looking at this device or curious about the OnePlus 9 Pro, you might want to wait a little bit and kind of see how it pans out overall. It's just crazy too when you think about this device. This is, all these reviewers said it started at $969, but it actually starts at $1,069. The $969 version of the OnePlus 9 Pro isn't even available in the US, and OnePlus has yet to mention it. So you're actually paying well over $1,000 for this device. In most cases, $1,100 to $1,200. Right now it's out of stock, but again, that is crazy, crazy expensive for a OnePlus device. I'm not quite sure, again, what OnePlus was thinking with the pricing of the OnePlus 9 Pro. For me, I can't recommend this device. I really don't see who it's for. If you look at the Samsung lineup right now with the S series, this Hasselblad marketing gimmick on this device, and then you look even at like an iPhone 12 Pro Max, in some cases will be cheaper than this phone. I don't understand it whatsoever. I'm not sure what OnePlus was thinking. So again, I can't recommend this personally. Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below though. Thank you for watching. Take care and stay safe.